monsoon India. So we all know that Indian Meteorological Department, IMD, had made a prediction of rainfall, and it stated that it is going to be a very normal rainfall. It may have even good rainfall. But to our disappointment, the monsoon rainfall, 40% above normal from June 1 to 8, now reduced to trickle, meaning fade, almost negligible. Almost how much? Only 26% after the 18th. So that is the fourth week of the June 24th onwards, we are not seeing any rains at all. And it's only a trickle. Instead of 100%, only 26% has come. So up to June 23rd, it is 40%. After June, it is only 26%. Sudden drop, a trickle over the previous week. Okay. And there is unlikely that there can be any better rainfall or better monsoon for the next week. So you are taking the monsoon to be weak till July. So till July we have to wait, and perhaps, hopefully, after July, after the commencement of the July, we may have good monsoon. Generally, across the world, monsoons are experienced in the tropical area roughly between 20 degrees north and 20 degrees south. And climate of India is described as the monsoon type. Look at this, 20 degrees north, okay, and 20 degrees south. So in between these regions, this is called monsoon, okay. And we are experiencing this monsoon, and the climate that we experience is called monsoon. So it is between 20 degrees north and 20 degrees north, 20 degrees south. This is the area that it is forming. This is the area it is forming. Now in Asia, this type of climate is found mainly in the south and southeast. Monsoon occupies two seasonal divisions. One is called southwest monsoon. Southwest monsoon season. So what is the southwest monsoon? When the rainfall received from the southwest monsoon is seasonal, and in which it occurs between June and September. So SW, June to September. Southwest monsoon. The second one is called retreating monsoon season. It is the months of October and November, okay, are known for retreating monsoon. So the monsoon has two seasonal divisions in India. What are the factors influencing southwest monsoon, which is our main source of rainfall, and a major monsoon season that we have is southwest monsoon for India. We all wait for that. India waits for this, and much of our rainfall depends on this, and this is our main source of rainfall. So here, what are the factors that influence southwest monsoon? Heating and cooling of land and water. See, as you can see, extreme heating, cooling, evaporation, then conduction, convection, and then evaporation, forming clouds, and then raining. As you can see, as you can understand, that these are the heating and cooling of land and water. Water getting evaporated, heating intensely heated, cool, sucked up and evaporated, and then cooling of this, again it's raining. So the differential heating and cooling of land and water creates a low pressure. So low pressure formation is responsible for south monsoon on the land mass of India, while seas around experience comparatively high pressure. So on the land there is low pressure, seas experience high pressure. What is position of ITZ? The shift of the position of intertropical convergence zone in summer over the Ganga plain. What is this? What is called as ITZ? It is intertropical convergence zone in summer over the Ganga plain. So this ITZ, you can see here, Kozhikode, Darwin here. This is in Australia. As you can see, India here. And then it will go, whenever there is summer, it will go on the top, again it will come back. So there is a fluctuation, intertropical convergence zone is formed. In December and January, it is here in the south, and in the June and July, it is in the upward side. So this is the observation, and this is the reason why there is the monsoon formation takes place. So what is intertropical convergence? It is a broad trough, a trough of low pressure that is formed in equatorial latitude. This is where the northeast and southeast trade winds converge. So northeast and southeast trade winds, TW, trade winds converge. They meet. And this convergence zone lies more or less parallel to the equator, but moves north or south with apparent movement of the sun. So as you can see, it is already shown. With the summer temperature, increase temperature due to sun, this will be moving toward north. With the lesser temperature, it will come to the south. So this is what we mean by intertropical convergence zone. So where is this? The shift of this is in the position is there in summer, and it is also known as the monsoon trough during the monsoon season. And what is this monsoon? How it is formed? It is a low pressure in equatorial latitudes. This is where northeast and southeast trade winds converge. And this convergence lies more or less parallel to the equator, moves north or south with apparent movement of the sun. So as the sun moves, it moves north. As the temperature falls, it will come to south. So as you can see, these are the southeast trades and northeast trade winds and prevailing westerlies, polar, and there is a kind of convergence of this, and that is causing low trough area, low pressure area. What is the reason for onset of the southwest monsoon? In the summer season, sun shines vertically over the Tropic of Cancer, and the ITZ shifts northwards. So you see, sun shines vertically here, so it will shift the northwards in the summer. Okay, and so this position is often called monsoon trough. So onset of the sun shines vertically over vertically over the Tropic of Cancer. Southeast trade winds of the southern hemisphere cross the equator and start going in southwest to the northeast direction under the influence of Coriolis force. What is Coriolis force? It is the force due to the rotation of the earth that is experienced. So that also influences the formation of these winds and the low pressure area. So Coriolis is a force experienced due to rotation of the earth. So these displaced trade winds are called southwest monsoons when they blow over the Indian subcontinent. So when they displace the winds that come to the India, they are called southwest monsoons when they are blowing over the India. Then shifting of ITZ. What is ITZ? Intertropical convergence zone, and this intertropical convergence zone. Now you can see that shifting takes place in the month of July. The ITZ shifts to 20 degree to 25 degree north latitude and located in the Indo-Gangetic plain, and the southwest monsoons blow from the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. Now this creates, as you can see, intertropical convergence zones here, and it is a warm rising air. It is going up. In the summer, it is up. In the winter, it is down. This ITC there, right? And now there is something called El Nino and La Nina, which are complex weather patterns. We all know about El Nino. It has a what is called as a very influencing major climatic force that affects Indian continent, and it can have an adverse impact. Whatever is happening, the El Nino effect influences our Indian monsoon. The El Nino effect, as it is called. So let's try to understand what it is. El Nino and La Nina are complex weather patterns resulting from variation in ocean temperatures and also in the equatorial Pacific region. They are opposite phases of what is known as El Nino Southern Oscillation. So what is the El Nino Southern? It's called ENSO cycle. Let us look at this El Nino cycle. Okay. So this is the El Nino Southern Oscillation. If it is going in this direction, India will get good monsoon. If it is going in this direction toward this is oscillation of the El Nino. El Nino oscillating this side, it is favorable to India. El Nino oscillating to this side, it is adverse. It is blocking the southwest monsoon. Therefore, we don't get monsoon. So that is what we mean by El Nino oscillating, or what is called as the major concern is for El Nino southern oscillation. As you can see, this has a very important impact, direct bearing to the Indian climate. If it is moving towards the from east to west, India gets a very good monsoon. If it is if the oscillation is moving from the west to east, then our southwest monsoon gets affected. That is the impact of the El Nino oscillation mechanism that we have talked about. So, what is the impact? El Nino is a climate pattern that describes unusual warming of surface waters in the tropic Pacific region. La Nina is the cool phase of ENSO, is a pattern that describes the unusual cooling of the tropical climate. So La Nina seems to be very, very useful to us. El Nino is it is a warming of surface waters. And El Nino is a cool phase, unusual cooling of the tropical climate. As you can see, this is warming and this is cooling and warming taking place. Concern for India. For India, El Nino is often a cause for concern because of its adverse impact on the southwest monsoon. So, like I said already, if it is moving toward this, it is southwest monsoon is favored. If it is moving from here to here, southwest monsoon in India is not favored. So, this is the direct impact on the our Indian climate. So, El Nino is often a cause for concern on the southwest monsoon. This happened in 2009. As you can see, it happened in this area when it is moving from the west to east, and that El Nino oscillation definitely is having a negative impact from moving from west to east. While La Nina, on the other hand, is often beneficial for the monsoon, especially in the latter half. So El Nino is harmful to us. El Nina, N-I-N-A. Remember, there can be a question. So not El Nino, but El Nina can be very useful to us. It can be beneficial for the monsoon, especially in the latter half. Okay, so that is what we mean by La Nina. So La Nina and El Nino. El Nino is cause of concern, not favorable to us, whereas La Nina is very, very useful and favors beneficial for our monsoon, and we may stand to be very good monsoon. So these are the reasons: building up low pressure, and then this ENSO oscillations, low trough areas. These are responsible for causing the monsoons receiving a very good rainfall. So the conclusion is that we may have a very good rainfall perhaps in the next month. But as per the prediction made, while we had very good rainfall up to 23rd June, but it only came to a trickle after 24th June. That is the 4th week of the June. Hopefully, by July, the situation perhaps improves. Right now, there seems to be no seed for improvement. So that's about the some bad news about the monsoon. The monsoon is getting delayed. Hopefully, it will have a very good season in the months to come. Thank you very much.